Ah, yes. Oh, wait, hold up. Hello, everybody. Let me get this layout fixed. There we go. Yeah, that bugs me. All right, better. Morning, everybody. And welcome to the morning roast. I'm doing a little Sunday special today since I was not able to do the original plan for Friday with Chimera and not feeling so great. I'm a bit nauseous and achy and tired. So was really busy the past couple of days, so I didn't get to actually promote this or set anything up. Wonderful, wonderful time. But there's always the replays, Chimera. There's always replays. And we have Mr. Canales joining us today.
Hola.
Yes, just to clarify, he is not involved in the project. I just felt like sending him the link. So there you
go. I guess that's what Chimera does when he feels alone. He just like lets me out of the cage. Throws me the stick. Do something, Canales. Do something.
Yeah, well, he might do like an illustration for the ash can. So I guess he's semi-involved. Page 4 I don't know.
Well, you don't need an excuse to have Canales join. Oh. Yeah, he's always fun to have around.
It's always fun to be here with you guys.
Yeah, well, he gets off Twitter, so he wouldn't know what's going on.
I tried going back on Twitter because I thought it was like asshole free now that Elon has taken over it, but apparently not.
It never fails. As soon as you get in there, you're back out again.
I'm just too cool for school, man. Just imagine that. I'm Alex Jones, Donald Trump levels of cool.
Yeah, there are some people on there that really don't like you, Canal.
I'm going places.
Oh my! But how's y'all's morning doing?
Fine. I just woke up like an hour ago.
Well, it's actually afternoon for me, but I'm doing fine, thank you.
Alrighty. Do you have to do your what was it, Canal? Work or was it gym that you usually do?
Not today, since it's Sunday and we don't work here in Sundays. Do you guys? Because I know you Americans are crazy. Not really, right?
No, not really.
Okay.
I do.
Oh.
Well, I unfortunately have to take off Memorial Day. There's not enough work to do, so they're just making us take off the holiday. So there's no holiday pay tomorrow.
Wow, must be nice to just not have enough work to do, so you just don't go to work.
I would rather have the holiday pay, but all
right. That's true. That is true. Oh, we got Jeremy Ironsman here. Says, Canales, you fat fuck. You woke me up on a Sunday morning for this?
No, hey. They gave me him. Yes.
He says, also, hi, Chimera.
Hi.
Jeremy came in hot.
Okay, well, can you share screen or should I?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, you should probably do it.
Okay. So
I usually do it.
Alrighty, so I have a mailing list for a campaign called Testament Volume 2. It's a science fantasy graphic novel about a swordsman named Carl descending from ancient gods, and he teams up with this rebellion to take down an evil king and his allies. Volume 1 took place in essentially what is Imperial Germany, or their version of it. This takes place on another planet. So, not everything's the same, but, they have like the West and the East. So in book 2, they kind of go to the East and fight samurai, and then they go to the Middle East in the last half of the book. And they encounter the king and his forces there. And you'll get to see more of the world. And book 1 had more science fiction elements. Book 2 has a lot more fantasy. The main region they're from, Rhineland, has more advanced technology, whereas the rest of the 4 other regions have more. Essentially, they're like in the 1700s, 1600s. So yeah, lack of technology, wow. And then there's monsters.
That's a huge change there in tech.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of fantasy in the first book, but you get to see more of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see like this possessed emperor, and then you see this sand dragon with crystals on its face. Yeah, link is in the chat and description. You can sign up and get $5 off the covers, and then there'll be add-ons, so you can customize your order. Let me share kind of the preview page. Actually, let me just play the trailer. I'm not 100% on the trailer music, but this is what I got so far. Can you hear anything?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. My OCD is kicking in, and so I'm not like 100% set on the music. But yeah, basically, you see the three main characters: Carl, Hannah, and then Walter. Walter is kind of a gunslinger, and that's Carl's grandfather. Carl himself is a old god, basically like a superhuman, and then Hannah's a mage.
Okay.
And then you see Carl's mutated wolf, Buck. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
spikes coming out of his back.
Yeah, that was actually a design from an old comic I did called Division 6, Soldiers versus Monsters. And it was like a virus that infected humans and animals. Kind of my own version of Resident Evil. I scrapped it for the most part. Yeah, I scrapped it for the most part, but I used a few of the ideas. Because why would I go to waste?
Oh, we got General Piggy is with us. He says, when is Testament 2 going live?
June 3rd at 9 or 10. I don't know what Bancroft. It'll be on Bancroft's. I'm assuming 10 Eastern.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've never launched on Bancroft. Yeah, I never launched on Bancroft. That'll be a new experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Clayton Barton cover, and then Joe Ball for the main cover. I just like everything being like flowing because he did the first cover. So Joe Ball will do all the main covers, and then I'll always have like a guest artist do the variant.
Yeah, Joe Ball always does good work.
Yeah, it's like a movie poster. Kind of encapsulates everything I want. Carl gets kind of a new sword. Because in the first book, he just has a regular sword. You see here, this one looks more bronze or Sumerian looking. It's his ancestral sword since he's royalty. And he reclaims it, essentially.
Yeah. You said he was descended from like ancient gods. Will we learn about those gods that he's descended from?
Book 2 and book 3.
Okay.
All the royalty are like miscegenated with humans. I'm really into like Nephilim stuff. So yeah, the royalty are all half human, half this ancient race. And they tend to be taller. Carl himself is more miscegenated with humans, so he's like average. He's like normal height, like 6 foot. All the royalty are like 6'6". They're very tall. And then the pure gods are like 7 feet taller than that. I put a lot of thought into this. I just really like. I mean, there's lots of lore about. Well, I mean, there's lots of lore about giants and stuff, like Jotun from Norse mythology. Like every mythology, for some reason, references giants. It's a little odd, and so I just researched it for the past 5 years, and yeah,
it's basically like a cross between like all the ancient mythologies mixed with some Lovecraft thrown in for good measure, right?
Yeah, there's a bit of Lovecraft. It's not going to be too overt. You're not going to see like tentacle monsters. It's more of cosmic horror in the background. It's a little subtle. It's not every mythology. It's just Norse, and then what predates that is Sumerian. Which actually, I'm just going based off of our actual history.
Well, okay, the cool mythologies then. Because ain't nobody interested in like Japanese mythology, all that shit, you know. It's
Yeah.
What's the point? Nobody likes
Yeah,
that.
there's not like going to be a
Those are
pantheon.
lame.
Well, they're not. It's not going to be a combination of every pantheon. Anyway, you'll get a better idea in book 3. Book 2, I just want to reference it. And yeah, so here is a sand dragon, and as you can see, the crystals give it power. So that kind of hints at how the gods get their powers, because he has lightning powers just like the old gods. In book 1, Carl has more berserker rage. In book 2, he gets lightning powers, so that'll be fun to see.
He's leveling up.
Yep. And originally I had a stretch goal in book 1 where I added 8 pages, but I don't feel like waiting, so I just decided to add a bonus story to the book right off the bat, so it'll be 64 pages. Jason Krager will do a black and white, like a prequel story to fill in the gaps, so I don't have to.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't have to like have too much exposition, because this is just like a general. The main series just has like a general overview. The bonus stories kind of fill in the gaps.
Yeah, help to flesh it out.
Yeah. So you kind of see like the blend of technology for like they just complete. I just always wanted to see. Okay, there's this good series called Gates. It's an anime. It's just basically soldiers. Gates. It's basically soldiers from Japan, with rifles and stuff, assault rifles and bazookas, just taking on dragons and medieval knights. And it's really interesting to see.
Wow. Okay.
Getting completely owned by guns. And that's just always
nobody reads comics anymore and everybody reads manga.
Yeah, so
murder and everything.
Right now, but I just like to see the blend of technology against like medieval or arcade, dark age in a dark age setting. So you just see all these samurai getting completely owned because they're just completely, getting destroyed by weapons that they don't have.
Yeah.
And
this is like the equivalent of like the British Empire rolling up into like the Zulu or something. I think people with like spears and shields versus muskets.
Basically, yeah. And this is the last half of the book, so we're about half done. And this is when they're going to Ishtar, which is essentially the Middle East. And Carl's there with his new sword. And I'm still waiting on a few more pages of colors. And then for an Ashcan, we're going to have this lore book. It's essentially like a handbook. It'll have character bios, arts, and kind of like background and history of the world.
Nice. I used to get a lot of those growing up. From Marvel, like the Marvel handbooks and everything that would talk about it would have bios of like the different like heroes or villains and like when they first appeared and all this stuff.
I remember getting one of Wetworks from Image, late 80s. That's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
And it had art by Nick Manabat. I don't know if you guys know who Nick Manabat is. He's dead now. He was pretty awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never had a Wetworks one.
I think Sim's internet connection is dead.
Sim is trying to reach us from the frozen wastelands.
Yeah, I tried to bring him in, but it looks like he's struggling. Let me check the chat real quick here. We got 80s Made Consumer. Hail, sir. He says, good morning. Let's see. General Piggy said, sounds good for when the launch is. We got Coleman says, hail, just saying hello. Chilling with Sim at the Bandy whatever festival in Montreal.
That's comic books in French.
Oh, okay. Oh crap, I forgot. Sim told me about that. I forgot all about it. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Gosh dang it! The chat kicked me down. There we go. Jeremy says he can abuse Canals in the chat because he's his lover. All right.
Yeah, that's why. What's the abuse is constant.
Just to clarify, that's a woman. Just to clarify, that's a woman in chat.
You will never know.
And he says, "Isn't that right, you fat oily?"
I think she's asking you, Chimera.
Not oily. fat.
And she says, "Just kidding, I love you, cow."
Yeah. So anyway, so here's
All my
Carl's.
relationships are like this, just so you know, because you were wondering.
Okay.
This is normal for me.
Okay, so anyway, here's Carl's ancestor, Stefan. Basically a Viking. He's actually the last of the pure, so to speak. And yeah, the more I wrote the series, the more I realized I'm like, oh shit, I have to like make up a background for at least Carl's ancestor, and I'm like, oh shit, well, I have to fill in the gaps, so to speak, with all the generations before. So it took I've been working on that itself for like a year, and I have a good handle on all the text. Like it's pretty much done. I might add a few more things, but yeah, the lore book itself is pretty much done. I just need illustrations.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a few splash pages, some panels, and a few character designs.
They're tentacle prawns. Got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Sim's still struggling.
Well, I need my sketch cards, so.
The French man is doing the stream.
And
well, he's trying.
And just to clarify, everyone will get volume 1, but it'll have a reprint cover because I forgot I had this from over 2 years ago by Donald.
Oh, so, okay.
I mean, it's always a good excuse to have a reprint cover. I forgot I had this in my wheelhouse.
Well, that can keep the other cover like an exclusive for the first campaign.
Yeah. I still have some first prints. I actually still have some Willis covers. I just don't know. Yeah, I have like 3 left. I don't know if I'll list it itself on the campaign. You could probably just like DM me and PayPal me some money. And yeah, actually, I just got some Preston Acevedo trade or sketch cards. Here's a new character. Yeah, here's a new character that appears halfway through the story. She's from essentially Eastern Europe. I know how to spell the region she's from. I just can't pronounce it because it's Polish. But it's basically Polish and Russia and most of Eastern Europe. And she's an old god. And I had to tell the artist, like, oh, yeah, you made her too short in the main book. And he's like, what? Oh, yeah, she's like 6'2". It's like, oh, okay. Because she's royalty. So she's more pure. So she's, half and half. So she'd be much taller.
Okay.
Yeah, like Carl is like only a quarter god. So he's, shorter.
He's like the Diet Coke of gods.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also a Big Barda thing. I love Big Barda. And it's
you're injecting your fetishes into the book. Gotcha.
It's not a fetish.
You're just like the average Marvel writer now. Oh, you guys know I made Batman gay. I'm totally not jerking off to that.
Yeah, I don't really write romance, so you won't see too much romance. They'll have it'll develop in book 2 and 3, but it's more subtle. It's not gonna be lovey-dovey because I hate that crap. But yeah, we all need a giant redhead to all step on us.
Show piece of his head up. Proceeds to show a guy without a hand.
Yeah, based him on Tyr Thor.
And Krager did that piece, right? You said.
Yep. He's also doing some interiors, and then he's doing the entire bonus story. He gave me like this page that was half inked, and I'm like, oh, that looks great. And he says, yeah, I'm gonna redo this. I'm like, what? It's like, oh yeah, I don't like how the layout came out, so I'm gonna redo the page. So let me show that. It's just pencils for now, but if I can find it.
First, Krager did Hammer that had, with Thor, involved Thor. Now he's doing that one. It looks like Thor. So
yeah, their pantheon is more like with Stefan. He kind of started the whole family line, but what preceded Stefan's not like Carl's ancestor is not Germanic. Like all the royalty are actually not. The equivalent of like Germanic in this is called Rhine. All the citizens themselves are Rhine, but the royalty themselves are actually Middle Eastern. They're Ishtarian. so to speak. So there, it takes place about 19 years ago. Here's Carl's father, and then here's Carl's maternal grandfather. So they're teaming up, and they kill some guards, and they try to put a dent into Carl's evil uncle. So you'll see all that.
Will we find out? Yeah, I see you said the gunslinger was his granddad. So will we find out where the dad is during the story then?
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
No. That was Carl's dad, and then that was Carl's maternal grandfather. I know. Carl's.
Yeah, but was that a story that was happening before the current story?
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Okay. Yeah. So will we find out what's happening with his dad in the current story, like at that time of the current story?
Not to spoil anything, but you'll see what happens in the bonus story.
Okay. We're getting into spoiler. Gotcha. Jeremy says, "Shut up, Chimera. There are no women on the internet."
That is true. Me and Sheila actually did some digging on one person in chat in the Jack show. They kept saying they were a lesbian, and Sheila and I privately found out it's some random dude. So that was funny. I did most. She didn't care, but I did most.
If somebody tells you they're a lesbian on social media, 99% chances is they're a guy.
Yeah, the person said I'd let Cecil eat me out or something, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think no one. I'm sorry, Cecil, but no, that would never happen. So yeah,
I don't believe it.
Yeah, Sheila was curious, and then I did some digging. And like, oh yeah, it's just some random guy. Like I found the chick in the photo he's using, and I'm like, it's some Mexican chick who lives like in another country.
Wow.
So in Mexico, you mean?
No, it's some Mexican chick who lives in Germany. So she doesn't even live in America. Yeah. Oh, also that person might be a serial killer. I don't know. Someone was talking about a video.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, there's a lot of deep lore to everything, even random people in the chat. So let's not. This is deep lore. Let's get back to Testament.
Going off rails.
Shit.
80s Made Consumer says this one looks pretty cool.
Thank you. We're launching June 3rd on Bancrofts.
Jeremy says Chimera loves Snoo. Yep.
I don't know about
Who doesn't love Snoo? Come on.
Okay. Just to clarify, this is just a preview campaign. I got my sketch cards. I kind of like this wolf with the Egyptian hieroglyphs. I have no idea why Joe decided to do that, but
yeah, it's interesting. That's quite a bit different than what you would normally expect to see.
Yeah, here's Preston's. This is great. This is probably my favorite card. Well, probably my second. This one's my favorite.
Of course it is. Appeals to your fetish.
What, you don't like redheads?
I didn't say that now. But I'm not the one over here wanting to get his balls stepped on.
No one said that. Yeah, so I actually trimmed the series down by like half. Because originally they went to basically her region where they were having this uprising, but I just like there was just too many villains, so I just decided to stay with the one villain, which was Carl's uncle. So I cut out that. It's briefly like amalgamated into the series. They still like team up with her, because they're old gods themselves, so they would have like a strong military. And,
so oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, how long do you plan on going with this?
Well, this particular arc with Carl. Well, this particular arc with Carl as a kid, or a young adult, this will just be 3 books. So we're after this book, we'll be 2/3 done. I'm writing book 3 right now, and rewriting it. It'll be a while before book 3, and then actually, let me show some art to get a better idea. fuck is it? If I can find it. But it's like, where is it? Okay, there we go.
Sure.
God damn it. Okay, just give me 1 second. Can Alice say something?
Well, I can say lots of things, but you're gonna have to
Okay,
give
I
me
got it. Never mind. Shut up.
okay.
I got it.
Okay. That was quick and painful.
Yeah. So anyway, I got this for the lore book. I'm not like 100% on the design, but this is pretty much Carl's great grandfather. And this is a possible one shot I'm going to do after book 3 that kind of goes into like the fantasy medieval setting where Carl's great grandfather fights actually a different enemy, basically revenants, humans corrupted by black magic. And he'll have a party of his own. He'll have his like companions. And yeah. Actually, and then my D&D character, Edward, will also be in it. So let me grab that. Johnny
I'm curious,
Cage.
how far back the family line are you going?
Oh, probably just this. I have a bunch of like material for the lore book. I guess I could just do like Games Workshop and just like milk the shit out of the franchise.
Yeah.
But let's just
What the hell?
Yeah,
let's
made
just
them
like,
rich,
do
so you know.
yeah, let's just do like 3 books for the main series, and then let's just try out a one shot and see if people like the past. I don't want to like, I don't want to like set up an entire trilogy that no one asked for. So we'll just do like a one shot and see what happens. Honestly, if I had the money, I'd just make it a supplemental on top of book 3, 2 birds, 1 stone. But yeah, so here's Carl's great grandfather, Leinart. He is actually the youngest, but he unfortunately becomes king. He's a drunk. He likes fighting and women. And he's like, more pure. So he's like 6'8". So he's going to tower over all the main characters. Yeah. And
Womanizing. Good.
Yeah,
and a drunkard. Sounds like a fun character.
Yeah. And you'll actually see more of the world. And yeah. And the lore book for this current campaign basically summarizes all the important events, because there's like 5,000 years of history, but I only highlight like a certain amount, the most important parts. So yeah, I guess I could do a prequel with every freaking king, but this is my favorite design, and it's my favorite setting. I might do a prequel with Carl's great, his like ancestor Stefan, because he's essentially just a parody of Conan. That would be interesting. Like give him like, well, I was thinking like, okay, I can't have him riding around like with one hand, so eventually he'll have like an iron hand, kind of like Guts from Berserk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess I could do one with Carl's ancestor.
Anyway, Alex, he says, "Hail to chat. What's up, Chris Chimera? Bye.
What's up, Alex?
For fuck's sake, guys. Good thing all my emails are boring.
He's a drunk. He likes fighting and women. Oh, so he's a man.
Yeah, I stopped sharing and shared all my email, but luckily I'm extremely boring. So it's just me DMing people like, where's the art?
Sim, where's my sketch card?
Yeah, I just checked. It's all art related. Never mind. Okay, I didn't dox anything.
Okay, good.
So the prequel thing I want to do one day will have my D&D character, Edward. He'll be like a side protagonist. He'll be a friend to Leinart the Prince.
Well, ain't he a smug-looking son of a bitch?
Yeah, and I'm obsessed with eye color. Like all the old gods have blue eyes, and then purple eyes are for certain dark mages. He's
the guy who had to draw a lot of colorless red eyes for SOS. I can testify to that.
Yeah, like in SOS, all of red eyes means you're part utopian or demon. There'll be red eyes in Testament, but they're not related to SOS. They're just like an island full of blood magic users. actually, that one of those will be a female. Shockingly, a redhead with red eyes will be in the prequel as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Johnny Page did the art for this. I think it's a prototype. I might like go with a different color palette, but this is essentially what I wanted. For some reason, I pictured just like Hindu-looking boots, kind of like from how Dragon Ball Z everyone has those kind of boots.
Hindu looking.
Yeah, well, I was thinking more Chrono from Chrono Trigger, but
like little Iron Sheik boots.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I figured that was from Johnny. I recognize that art. Oh my. So why you said in both Testament and in SOS you have different eye colors for like the different like races and whatnot. Why are you doing it with the eyes specifically?
It's some form of OCD and autism that combine with each other. One hand washes the other. I don't know. I know the red eyes come from Jackie Chan adventures because all the demon sorcerers had red eyes, and so that's what I pictured all the villains. Yeah, that's what I pictured all the villains and how the brothers all looked like demons originally, and they had triangular red eyes, and they would fight against demons who also had that. And I don't know. I just like when I was writing Testament was actually a sequel to SOS. They would be in the post-apocalypse, and they were fighting Norse gods and getting their asses kicked, and the Norse gods had blue eyes, and so I started expanding. I think I have green eyes. I haven't settled on a series with green eyes yet. That also is just a one-shot. I'm more of a fan of one-shots. I don't know. I don't want to give like someone a long running series that they didn't ask for. So it's better just to experiment and just drop. Here's a one shot. Do you like it? You don't? Okay, I won't make any more. I'll fuck off.
Oh yeah, you can always just do like a one shot, see if they like it, and then do more if they do.
That's actually the French Belgian business model. Like you make separate albums, like a 52-page album. And if people like it, you just do a follow-up to that. And if they don't, we'll just leave it at that.
Right. Actually, I got a French-Belgian comic right here. Let me do this without doxing my face. There you go. Elric.
Cool.
Yeah, they adapted Michael Moorcock's, like parts of his novel into, the art is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I've never actually, I've never read it, Elric, but I've always heard good things on it, and I've seen pictures of the pages and stuff, and it looks really good.
Well, I'll send you Razor Fist video. Alex says I doxed my haircut. Yes, that's true. I also doxed my email, but luckily I'm very boring, and that's just a business email for, where's my art? Page, por favor.
Just so you know, that thing that he says is what he used to annoy me while we were in contact making SOS. He was like, page, por favor. 3-4
I don't
times.
sound like that.
You do sound like that.
No, I don't.
Page, por favor.
Oh shit, I forgot. We might be doing a Testament SOS crossover. I talked to 3D Zach. He will be able to do a one-page comic. So there might be just one or two pages. There might be 1 or 2 pages where, like Testament, like Peter, the scientist, is showing like his portal machine and showing other worlds, and he shows Testament, and then Carnage like takes over. And he's like, "Yeah, whatever. Where's the planet full of like titties and cocaine?" he like turns all these dials and stuff and fucks with the machine.
Let's see, we got Marinus with us. He says, hail. Hello, Marinus. Johnny says, do it by skin color. You'll sure to get a lot of publicity.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
There are goblins and orcs in this world. And then there'll be giants, but they're more pale and redheaded. I was going off the Native American myths.
By is right. That's totally you.
Okay. Of course I am. I'm an excellent actor. Few people know this, but I'm great at acting.
Wait, let's settle it. Say page 4 in my voice again.
Page, por favor.
I don't sound like that at all.
That's what you say.
Well, it's because that's because you don't hear it. You know, you don't hear it like we do.
I have a lovely voice. I don't know what any of you are talking about.
Oh,
Hey, you're
here's
welcome to try and imitate me whenever you want.
add to stream. What is this? Oh, there we go. Bring it up again.
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
Alex says orcs. They better be good persons, or else it's racist.
They'll be in the prequel. One of them gets cut in half. I'm still writing kind of the outline. Again, I have like ADHD, so I'm just going from one thing to the next. I don't think I've worked on book 3 in a while. I had like writer's block, and so I just worked on the prequel and lore book. I'm pretty much done with the lore book. That was fun to write. Like you get to see Carl's like. There'll be a few illustrations and a lot of text, but you'll get to like read about Carl's father and uncle doing stuff when they were like younger. I kind of compared it to like the crime family. Like Carl's father was like Sonny Corleone. He's hot-headed and brash. And then Carl's uncle is like more calculating, like Tom Hagen or Michael.
Few people know this, but Chimera is actually a huge Godfather nerd.
Yeah, no, I was addicted to the video game in middle school, and then I watched all the movies. And the novel is even better than the movies. Like I know people love to say, "Oh, the books are better." I'm like, no, the books actually are better. You get to see like the background of characters. Like in the movie, Luca Brasi is just some giant fat retard, but in the books, he's like some insane psychopath monster that like killed Al Capone's men with like an axe. And then you see Al Neri, who like had 2 or 3 scenes. He's actually the guy who shoots Don Barzini dressed as a cop. He actually was a cop in the books. Yeah, there's just a lot of
to flesh out the characters in the world in the books.
Yeah, I mean the movie is good, but like if you actually had to adapt the book, it'd be like 5 hours long. That's why I think like an HBO miniseries or Netflix miniseries would be better because you can focus on certain characters.
I mean, I would love to see like a more faithful adaptation of the novel, but I don't think that's going to happen in 2022.
No, it'll be faithful. Everyone will be black.
Yeah.
I mean, do we really want to get into the whole Sicilian thing and the true romance
That's what
scene?
I was going to say. Like,
Should I just leave it? Should I not say anything?
Sicilians are already half eggplant.
Yeah, we won't go
Forget
there.
about it.
I don't want to get Chris's channel nuked.
Jeremy says, "Do your Steven Toast voice, Canales, you fat Riri."
I am the Steven Toast that you require.
I don't know who the hell Stephen Toast is.
I don't know either.
Well, we can't be friends now. You don't know who Steven Toast is. Go fucking
Steven
watch that.
Toast.
I don't fucking know. I don't get your references. Apparently, it's some character.
Yeah, it's from a British sitcom called Toast of London.
Oh, okay, British. Okay, that's why I never heard of it, because Britain doesn't exist.
Alex says to record yourself and play it back. Trust me, you don't sound like you think you do. I hate hearing a recording of my voice. Yeah, I don't like hearing my voice either. I don't really watch any of these replays.
I watch replays. Well, I watch replays. And, like streams, I think I sound good. Like, not so much sound good, but I got my point across. I'll probably rewatch this one. So, hello, future me. I guess
this is a little known fact about Chimera, but he's like the architect in the Matrix movies. He's like always sitting around a bunch of like screens and he's watching himself all the time. I don't sound.
Yeah, secretly I'm like a evil narcissist.
I wonder why.
Where's my page? Where's my one-page comic? I think what would be better is the characters on a boat just minding their business, and then a portal opens, and it's Peter and Carnage. And Carnage is like has this device where they go through dimensions. And he's like, "This isn't a planet full of titties and drugs or cocaine." And then they just leave without explaining anything.
I was like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, Alex, I when I'm talking like this and stuff, I'm used to my voice, but then when I hear a replay, I sound like my brother. And when I hear me on replay, and I'm like, what? No, that's not me. I get frustrated. And plus, I just hate listening to myself and stuff.
I've gotten used to my horrible voice.
Jeremy says no, Canales, when he reads the stuff.
I don't want to outstage Chimera. He's doing fine. You don't have an audible voice, Chimera. You just have to not let it show that you hate everyone when you speak. That's really all there is to it.
Secretly, he says he rewatches himself one-handed. Oh God.
So anyway, yeah, we have some stretch goals. 8K, we get a print by Joe Ball. It was actually a rejected cover. It's like we did a cover and I didn't like how it came out, but I want to use the art anyway. And then a trading card. I don't have an artist yet. I hit up Shelby Robertson, but he's probably busy. Anyway, and then we'll have a progress thing.
That's not a very enthusiastic sell, Chimera. Oh, it was just a rejected cover. I still want to use it, so we'll just throw it in.
I'll show it. I mean, it's good. It's just, where is it?
Don't back your email again.
Yeah, I love how like all my emails were just like, "Where's the art?" It's just like there's nothing personal.
Where is my art?
Yeah, so here's there you go.
Oh, okay.
So this will be like a print.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't like 100% on it. See, again, that's where the like OCD comes in. I feel like 110% sure I want to do everything correctly.
Oh, well, you want the best.
Yeah. And I got a progress thing to be share screen. So we're about half done with the colors. So the first half of the book is done, and then we got a head start on the line art. It's been about 7 months. Yeah, just been chipping away at it over time. Alex says the SOS trio or Chimera split into 3. If you combine them all, it's clearly a self-insert. No, because the youngest brother, Robin, is actually a good person. So you're wrong.
There you go.
Yeah, got him. I got him.
Got him. There's no good Chimera. There's only hatred.
You must go through a lot of drugs then, Chimera.
Yeah, I'd be dead. Like, I actually based that off my dad, because my dad used to, like, was a recreational drug user in his youth, like in the 60s and 70s. Like, all that, like, cocaine and, like, acid.
Who wasn't back then?
Acid and weed. Yeah, that's all my dad. My dad did, like, every drug humanly possible. I'm not sure how he was never addicted. It was really weird. Anyway, then some disclaimer. You'll get your book, blah, blah, blah. I mean, at this point, like, you will get your book. I feel confident. I think I have a good track record. I honestly I don't even want to put any of this. I'll just be like, you'll get your book. Stop bothering me.
You'll get your book. Can't guarantee the sketch cards, but you'll get your book.
I hereby invite everybody to just write "book por favor" on the comment section. The Indiegogo campaign, if it's ever late.
Oh, fucking kill you.
Book por favor.
That's it. We're gonna fight at CG Con, Canales. He's gonna like beat the shit out of me, but I'm just gonna like autistically bang my head against him.
I just squeeze your cheeks. You know, for some reason I've seen you live, and I know your cheeks are really squeezable. So you can kill me off. Your cheeks are mine, boy.
Let's see here. Oh, wait. Alex says that was actually pretty funny. Chimera, you should lean into self-depreciating humor more often.
I agree.
And then he says, "You'll get your book. Stop bothering me." Chimera / Oh. Well, I actually have faith we'll actually get Chimera's book. Well, no, well, I doubt we'll ever see Detective Dead.
Yeah, which cheeks is what Johnny Cage said. Like, if you could just clip Canales saying cheeks, like, yeah.
Cheeks. I just walked into that one, didn't I?
Why am I the bottom? I'm clearly a top.
You are a power bottom, though.
I'm not a bottom.
Face so what Canales is saying you are.
Oh yeah, and you'll get some Joval sketch cards. I did all the add-ons, so you'll be able to customize your order if you get which one.
Ah, good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, I just really like this. I like the you like see her belly, like the midriff. I think I'll change the art so that it matches that. I just don't. I'm not like super. I just don't know what color to use for her because Carl wears blue and then Hannah wears green. Like, what else fits with red? Because I already have a chick wearing green. So how do I handle the redhead? Should I go with like teal blue? Because his is more indigo blue. So should the new girl wear like teal blue?
What do you guys think?
Essentially this. Like, should she wear like a lighter blue so it doesn't blend in with Carl?
Well, yeah, she should stand out from him. It shouldn't be the same, I would think.
Right, but do you think teal blue works? Because he'll have dark blue.
Yeah, I mean, I think it works
Okay.
because it's different enough that she'll, be separate from him.
Yeah, here's how like my retarded brain works. I was comparing it to Street Sharks. Because the 4 sharks, one was orange, one was brown, and 2 were blue. But Streaks and Ripper. I don't know. 2 of the sharks were blue, but one was dark blue and one was light blue. So that's how my retarded brain works. Now I know. Now I have to find which one is which. So give me a second. Yeah. So
John
like
says you need a lot more energy than that to be a top. Well,
yeah, whatever. Yeah, I used to have all these toys. Actually, I have no idea why they made this guy because he's brown in the cartoon, but then he's like pale. So I think they made the toys first and then they did the show.
Yeah.
I actually still have this.
Usually
toy.
how it goes.
No, I still have this toy, just minus the hammerhead.
I had the dark blue one.
Yeah, Ripster. That's Slamu. That's Jab. That's Streaks. I think that's Ripper or Ripster.
Yeah, I think I had Ripper there.
Okay. I had all of them. I was retarded. Like I just wanted.
You still are. But we love you. We love you. Not
You're a
this
sure retard. Oh, Lord. Jeremy says also, I can't come up behind and take out Chimera with the chair, is what I'm hearing, Ibai.
Yeah, maybe don't knock out Chimera with a chair. I don't know. I know this is gonna be in Florida, but still, I think their laws are pretty strict when it comes to crime.
Click on the Google search bar. I had to delete some of my history. So there you go. Anyway,
Let's see.
This is a test stream to make sure I don't fuck up on Bancroft.
Well, I'm glad we can be that for you, Chimera. Yeah, delete your history. You don't need to reveal your, big, tall redheaded woman fetish on the street.
They're not big. They're slender and tall. I think Canales and I went over
your Amazon fetish. There we go.
Well, Canales and I had to go over and design the character. Like we were just going over, and I was like showing him like a supermodel, Clara Kloss or whatever. She's like 6'2", 6'1",
Mm-hmm.
and we just noticed she's not really thick or anything. She's just very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how hate works. Actually, it's just like, especially the legs, they're really long.
Yeah.
I think that's what gives you hate.
Marinus says he likes redheads. Well, if you share my screen, you'll be able to see the redhead. Painted trading card.
Seriously,
painted sketch card you can get.
Oh, it's not sharing already? Let me see. Hold on. Gosh dang it. This thing don't want to work. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Who doesn't love redheads? So.
Yeah, so here you go, Marinus.
Okay.
There you go. So yeah, I think I'll go with teal blue, so it doesn't blend in with Carl's jacket. So we'll just compare it to Ripster and Streaks. Yeah, that's how retarded I am. I just think of Street Sharks.
All about Street Sharks.
Wait, did you watch Street Sharks or Extreme Dinosaurs or any of that, Chris?
No. I might have gotten to see a little bit of Street Sharks. I think that would be it. Yeah, I don't remember Extreme Dinosaurs.
Extreme Dinosaurs. And they're
like something that you would see in like 1993 on TV. Never watched it. I'm just saying how it sounds.
I think that was in the later 90s because I remember watching it when I was like 3. Yeah, their catchphrase was "What's fossilized them." Fucking Ninja Turtles just opened the floodgate to all kind of autism. Just two guys like in the 80s just wanted to make a parody of Daredevil and Cerebus. And they're like, what could go wrong? Like, well, you made a bunch of retarded 90s cartoons. Rip-offs. Chris, you're frozen.
Gosh dang it.
Chris looks so happy. He looks like Jesus.
Yeah.
He looks like Southern Jesus. If Jesus were to reincarnate, he'd be living in a trailer park.
I mean, technically, he was from the south.
Sure.
South from where I live, at least.
Oh, south from where you are. I was thinking like.
Okay. Let's see. Was there something? Okay, got that. Let me check the. Try and keep up here. Oh gosh, dang it! And it kicks the chat down.
Yes, thank you, Pale Rider, for joining. Going live without my permission. Well, sorry, what? I guess.
What the hell is going live without my permission? I don't need your permission, Pale Rider. Go away. Wait, don't. Shut up, Pale Rider.
Oh, Pale Rider, Chris is going to cosplay as this character, this tall redhead, at CG-Con. But he's going to keep the beard.
Maybe you shut the hell up, Chimera. Quit volunteering me for stuff. You're as bad as Pale Rider.
I'll probably cosplay as the wolf, because that's the only way I can get to the border.
Oh, okay. They don't shoot you on sight.
Yeah, I just walk on all fours and say,
"Oh God!" Okay. And the guards are like, "Oh God, it's one of those furries."
Yeah, they won't let me through because they don't want to touch me.
Alex says rose gold. Who's that?
I think he was recommending what color to use for her jacket.
Oh, okay.
We've decided on teal blue because apparently Street Sharks is cool. That's how my brain works.
It's a Street Shark. Jeremy says, my mom wouldn't buy me a Street Shark, only Barbies and other girly shit. Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I had turtles.
You're an adult now, so you can buy whatever you want.
You know what? I'm gonna buy me some Street Shark toys. Are they still on sale? Or is it all like Bakugan and the millennial stuff? I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't know what Bakugan is, but okay.
I actually just went to after the graduation, on our way back home, we stopped at this mall and there was a big hobby. There was not a big one, but a little hobby shop and a video game shop beside it. But the hobby shop had like all kinds of like older action figures. Like they had a ton of Devilman action figures.
Nice.
And just a ton of other stuff. So they might have actually had Street Sharks in there. They had the old wrestling figures and G.I. Joes and all kinds of stuff.
I know there's a toy in Barcelona, and I want to go there someday, but it was closed last time. It was in the city, but it's called like Retro Toy Store, and it's all like 80s and 90s action figures. So yeah, I want to go there, see if I can get myself some old school Transformers stuff.
Let's see. What was it? I love Dark Side. Marinus talking about loving redheads.
Of course.
Yeah. when Chimera was, of course, fantasizing about his tall, strong, redheaded women, it made me think of the meme where it was the porn star Lauren Phillips holding up that smaller girl up against the wall.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Let's see. Alex says, I love how mainstream comics decided Jesus was a mutant. I'd love to see them decide Muhammad was also a mutant. Cowards.
That's a good point.
Well, they didn't want Marvel Studios to be a crater, I guess.
I actually recently discovered a comic from the 1920s. It's very controversial. It's about Muhammad growing up.
Whoa!
I think I'll discuss. Yeah, I think I'll discuss it on my channel one day. It's
that's new to me. I never thought anybody really tried to attempted to do something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to say it on your channel. The content itself, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, wonder whatever happened to that guy. That will be disturbing. Oh, I guess in reference to me cosplaying. Yeah. Jeremy says, any convention regardless, I am Snake Plissken.
We all know Solid Snake is better.
What?
We all know Solid Snake is better.
Bullshit. Snake Plissken is
we'll
better
have to fight.
Yeah, I can't believe how Kojima just like ripped off that movie, like Snake and the eye patch and kind of the look. I'm like, Jesus, you didn't even like make up anything new. It's just that looks like Big Boss from Metal Gear 3.
Power says, friend of mine just gave me a comic series called Chasing the Dragon. Anyone ever heard of that one?
Did it come in needle form?
Is this about drugs, Pale Rider? Chasing the Dragon.
Were you on drugs when you heard about this comic, Pale Rider? You can tell us. This is a safe space.
Yeah, that's all the video game of South Park. Chase the Dragon. Exactly, Alex. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, Dad, you need to stop playing. No. I'm really close to getting the dragon.
I'm close to getting. Oh Lord. But there's not far from here. I think it's in Wally Ford, so maybe 45 minutes away. There's actually a Tony Atlas, the old wrestler, is going to be at a comic book shop. I'm actually interested in going, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I got to work tonight, and it's not until like 2 p.m. and I got to be at work at like 10. So I'm not going to get a lot of sleep then. But that'd be cool to go to. I've never actually. It'll only be like the second comic book store I've ever been to. The first one was in Pittsburgh. It was this comic book store with like 3 floors. It was like the largest comic book shop on the East Coast or something. I was like, dang. I went in there and I bought one comic. Or it says a pic.
Pale Rider is saying, I'll send you a pic. Me or Chris?
Who knows? It's hard to tell with him. Oh, come on. Work, you stupid thing. I dropped my phone a couple more times yesterday. Now there's another crack in it.
I think I've had the same phone for like 7 years, 8 years, and I've never dropped it.
I'm dropping this thing like every day. Okay, I don't see nothing from Pale Rider. All right, cool.
He hasn't invaded my DMs yet.
Buy a better PC. Oh, there it is. Buy a better PC, Chris. I'm not even using my PC right now, Marinus. I think they said when I took it up to him, what was it, a couple days ago, I think, like Thursday, and he said it would be about a week. because we're waiting to get the motherboard that we replaced. We're now replacing that motherboard that we replaced the original one with, and we're replacing the processor. He said it'd take about a week for it all to get here and get it installed, put in and stuff. And hopefully that fixes the problem. This has been ridiculous. I'll have replaced pretty much everything. Oh, there it is. Chasing the Dragon.
He sent it to me. Those are actually good covers.
Well, looks pretty good.
Yeah, I never heard of them. Huh. What company is it? Magma?
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Is it European?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, what is this? What is this?
God dang it, Chimera, what are you doing?
Luckily, all my DMs are boring as well.
Where's
I was trying
my
to zoom in and I clicked out of it. Like a few seconds before, I was thinking, okay, switch to the different tab. And then I zoomed in.
Luckily, nobody said the topless pics that I send you regularly. That's a
Luckily, it's just all boring, and it's just I sent a link. Like I dropped this link to the show in DM rooms. Luckily, all my DMs are boring.
That's
Jesus
good.
Christ.
You're a mess this morning, Chimera.
I haven't streamed in a while, dude. Stop yelling at me.
Well, see, now aren't you glad I didn't promote this stream? Now nobody will stop us. Oh, Lord. That's
Other heavy metal. Okay.
Heavy Metal presents Magma Comics. Huh. Yeah, never heard of it.
Heavy metal, huh? Well, it's bound to be good. Well, it used to be good. Heavy metal used to be pretty good. Now it's, I don't know, 50-50.
Well, at the very least, the art will probably be nice looking.
Yep. And they have Mark Waid on the roster nowadays and Kwanzaa, so just go fucking figure.
I honestly, I don't know how he has a career.
I don't know how a lot of people have a career in comics.
It's just like he's not really known for anything like Kingdom Come, but that was all Alex Ross. Like some people don't even think he wrote it. So the only thing he has is
He
like
did some
Daredevil.
stuff like Empire and Daredevil and whatnot. So I guess,
But his Daredevil wasn't any good.
no, it wasn't. Like I actually bought a couple of volumes in Spain, and it was boring as fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
everything outside of Kingdom Come, all of his work that I've read is just meh. I've read
Right.
it, just not really.
I think the theory is that he didn't write Kingdom Come. It was like mostly Alex Ross.
I can
Yeah,
believe
that's
it. It felt very Alex Ross, and
Yeah, it
and
doesn't
story
match.
and
Well, it
in-
doesn't match any of Wade's other writing. Like, yeah, this
Yeah.
doesn't match at all.
Yeah, I mean, the other Alex Ross stuff that I have that he wrote, that Alex Ross wrote, it feels very similar to Kingdom Come.
There you go. Was Kingdom Come like his first attempt at writing a script?
Well, I don't know.
Because maybe that's what happened. You know, like, hey, since you're not like an established writer, I will lend you my name and we will co-write this stuff. I'll take the credit, but I know it's mostly
Could
you
be.
and the plot and stuff.
I can't remember.
I think in the epilogue, Superman lives to be like 1,000. I'm like, that's a little too long. I think Superman should be like 200 or some change. There's other comics where he lived to be like 1,000,000 years.
Yeah, that's Superman 1,000,000 or where he sets in the sun.
I mean, that kind of works, I guess, but when he explode, you would overload with power or something.
Yeah, I have the graphic novel of Kingdom Come, and I really liked it. But I know they continued the story after it.
Yeah.
And stuff, and I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't know the quality of the story after the main one got finished. Probably
Well,
isn't so.
knowing DC Comics, it's probably just another universe that they can exploit whenever they feel like it, like Watchmen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that got me so turned off by Western comics as I grew up was nothing ever ended. It just kept going. People never stayed dead.
Yeah.
Stories never ended, and as soon as a new writer would come on, they'd change everything or mess with stuff, and so nothing was consistent, and continuity didn't matter.
Well, this is my dirty secret. I never got actually interested in mainstream comics until writers that I actually liked began writing them, like Warren Ellis or Garth Ennis and all these guys. Because before that, the only Marvel properties that I read were probably Transformers when I was a kid and Midnight Suns, but only because it was about monsters and stuff. Because I was like this really chubby, tiny goth kid. But I was never really into like Avengers or the X-Men and all that, because it all felt too much like a soap opera. And people kept dying and then resurrecting, and in order to understand what was going on, I had to read like Amazing Spider-Man number 122
Yeah.
and Amazing Wolverine number issue. What fuck this shit, just want to read something about, I don't know, a guy with a chainsaw, like people saying, I'm gonna just, read something from Dark Horse, the Alien comics from that, the Alien comic from Dark Horse and Predator and all that. That's what I actually liked as a kid.
Did you ever read Night Stalkers?
The Marvel comic with Blade and all that.
Yeah, Frank Drake and all that.
Yeah. It was the. I don't know why Night Stalkers always got the shitty end of the stick, and they always got like the war start. But I remember reading like Ghost Rider was amazing. The Kuberts were drawing Ghost Rider, and what else? Morbius was great because it had Ron Wagner on our duties. Like he used to draw G.I. Joe in the 80s, and he's like really good, like really classic brushy style. But whenever I had to like go on and read other Marvel stuff like Spider-Man was acceptable. But when we got to like Captain America and the Avengers and Iron Man, like, this is not my thing. I'm not into it. I'm not into guys in tights,
Yeah, no, I don't think I read Avengers. The only Avengers I read was the Ultimates, and I thought that was just stupid. But Mark Millar for me is just kind of like hit or miss. Like I liked his Old Man Logan and Red Sun, but
I think Mark Millar is good. He's just not motivated. Like when he likes something, he enjoys writing something. You can tell, and when he doesn't, you can tell he's just fuck this shit. Like the bomb just drops and kills everyone.
Yeah, I am.
So anyway, if you want an IP, if you want an IP where a story begins and ends, Back Testament when it goes live.
That's right. Yeah, I remember reading my comics back in the day, and they had I remember halfway through the comic, they would do the Midnight Suns ad, and it was multiple pages for every character and stuff, and it was being talked to, and it looked so cool. You had Morbius sitting there holding a heart.
Yeah,
that is so badass. Alex says if he had a comic universe, he would deliberately kill off major characters from one series in the background of a different series, have them get killed in the background. Where's Waldo style?
Did you see? I put something in the private chat, Chris.
Yeah, I was getting ready to wrap her up.
Okay, sorry.
I was just catching up on the chat there. Yeah, I better get this. Yeah, all good. I gotta get this wrapped up anyhow and start deciding on if I'm going to go to that comic shop. If I do, maybe I'll do another stream while I'm there. But anyway, thanks everybody who joined us and everybody who will be watching in the replays, because I'm sure there'll be a few of you since I didn't announce this. Don't go harassing Chimera's email.
Don't tell him.
No, that's public. I've never that's been public for 3 years. I've never gotten one email once.
Oh, has it?
No titties or dicks, unfortunately. No. Well, no titties anyway.
Having the Cimmerian form ablaze? Dentists are the best robber barons ever? Alrighty, everybody. Yeah, so final words, Mr. Canales.
Well, I'm not on Twitter anymore. I think I held it on Twitter for like 3 weeks this time, which is a record for me. And then they sucked me unlawfully, in my opinion. So I'm hanging out on Instagram right now. Check me out there.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Chimera.
Yep. You can find me Chimera the Hut on Twitter, and I have chimeracomics.com. You can sign up for that. It's kind of basic, but once I close down SOS Volume 3, I'll put all the leftovers on that website, so you can kind of like pay through PayPal. I'll have some kind of system you can pay more direct. But yeah, check it out.
All right. Let's see. Alex says, if you see us on replay, send Chimera dick pics. He wants them. You heard it.
Dick pics, por favor.
All righty. Apparently there was some buffering issues. But thanks everybody for joining us and for watching the replay. Please do sign up for Testament Volume 2's mailing list and get that little discount. You'll regret it if you didn't. It'll save you $5.
Yeah, which is how much gas it is nowadays.
Yeah, you might get a little gallon of gas. All right, and I will see you all probably tomorrow, at least. If not later, I will be streaming tomorrow. I just haven't set up a guest yet. So bye, everybody.
Adios.
Yeah, but